So I am looking to move to the UAE, and I know I've mentioned to you guys that I might be looking to move to Pakistan. I guess the things in Pakistan just got a little bit tricky, and so we always have to continue try to make hijrah, and hijrah is something that I am sort of thriving for, and I also recommend it to you guys because really and truly we want to have our family in Muslim land. But there's more to it, because actually in terms of money, finances, saving money, opportunities, there's so much more. Now I have actually gone and set up my own company in the UAE, and I want to make more videos about that. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't obviously already. Trust me, like I really do believe that's going to be some beneficial content for you guys as well. And if you guys are actually looking to set up your own company, I will leave a number in the description below of a brother that is really good. I know him actually personally, and he knows his stuff. So if you are looking to set up your own company in Dubai, in UAE, obviously it is tax-free. There are certain things that you have to follow, and make sure you're abiding by the law in terms of the UK tax side as well. So I will just leave his number in the description below, and obviously the videos about how I set up my company, why I did it, how it's more tax efficient, etc., will be coming up. Now that is one main reason why I'm looking to move to the UAE, because I do believe that one, I think it's a great place for businesses. I think that actually future opportunities are there. I think that actually if you look at it in terms of, if you look at Dubai itself, it's very small, very small. But if you look at it in terms of how much wealth is in that small area, you're probably quite a lot. I think the Middle East is definitely a economy in the current stage that is thriving right now. Not a lot of economies are thriving. A lot of economies are actually going downhill, if anything. But the Middle East in particular is doing quite well. And oil and gas is definitely a big part of that. But because of that, it's a safe investment, a safe place for now. Things change. Allah Azza wa Jalla is the best of planners. But the point being is, for now, it's definitely looking good. So would I recommend UAE? Look, I'm looking to do it myself. So I would for sure recommend it. I think it's a good place for you as Muslims. I think it's a good place for you in terms of future opportunities. Now, people always ask the question, yeah, but Dubai is not Islamic. Dubai is very haram, etc., etc. Now, I have something to say on this because I think this is very important to address. Dubai is not Marina, downtown, and Jumeirah. The reality is, Dubai, there are other parts to Dubai, right? So you can look at Mirdif, you can look at some communities that I'm looking at in particular, for example, that are actually secluded. They've got their masjids and they're not in the crazy side. It's like me saying to you guys, for the ones that are from London, it's like me saying, oh, I wouldn't now say Leicester Square is London. Leicester Square is a part of London, and there's craziness that goes on there for those that do know, and those that don't know, there is craziness that goes there, for example. But the point though being is, that's not London. There's more to London, right? Dubai is a city. Remember, you can always be in Sharjah, you can be in Abu Dhabi, you can be in, other parts of the UAE. So my point though being is, it's definitely a lot more Islamic. There is definitely a lot of money investment opportunities in Dubai. And I think from that avenue, it's something that I want to look at more. I also think when you sort of have your business set up in a way where it's a bit more passive, and as my recruitment company is a lot more passive now in terms of I don't have to be hands-on with it. I'm able to therefore make a move to a different country and concentrate on things that I want to concentrate on, whatever that may well be. So the point I will say is, you definitely want to start working on your hustles, your businesses and things like that, so you can also make moves to wherever. Now the reality is, you could probably set up companies and do various things even being in different countries, just because of the internet, VoIP phones and facilities that you can actually get online. It allows you to remotely work. Most businesses, though obviously some businesses you won't be able to. I would also add and say that actually there are things in the UK that haven't actually been brought into Dubai. And that's a generic statement, I know, but Dubai only really has had money for the last 20-25 years. UK has had, or the British rule as such has had money for centuries as such. So you can tell when you go and live in UAE that there are opportunities for those that think and reflect on what can possibly be done here as well. There are things that work in the UK that haven't yet been brought to the UAE. And though the UAE is very advanced in some areas, it's still a little bit slow. And so there's definitely opportunities there. The money's there. And in business, we always say, you chase the money. If you know there's an opportunity, a business, then you always go after where the money is. So you don't look at things where there's no money. If an area, a certain place, a person, whatever it is, has a lot of money, wealth, etc., then you know you want to be targeting that as a customer base. And so the point though I'm making to you guys is I believe it's a good opportunity. I think inshallah, make dua for me. Again, it's not sort of like I'm not going tomorrow. Inshallah, I'm looking to go over the next several months. The reason I'm sharing this with you, again, I know we should be a bit private with our plans, but make dua for me. I generally want to share this with you guys because I want you to also see that actually we can do this as well. I want you to see like this is an opportunity, a possibility, and these things are very important for me to share with you, so at least you know someone's done it, I can also do it as well. You know what I mean? So definitely I want you to see it from that avenue. So I will have to request from the bottom of my heart, please make dua for me, make dua for my family, that inshallah it's a good move and it's good for us and it's good for our deen as well as the dunya as such. Though there are things that I want to focus on, which inshallah I won't share right now, I will share in the future. Now I'm going to talk about exactly how I set up a company, what sort of businesses you can set up in Dubai, what sort of businesses even work in the UAE, and obviously I will continue doing videos for the UK as well. Now I'm out here, I'm back because we're moving offices, I'm moving the setup to a certain place, and so I'm going to be doing more and more videos. Make sure you subscribe, like this video if you haven't already. Wa jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.